I love to give advice. Friends, family, complete strangers. Whenever the situation compels me, I speak out. But my advice isn't always welcomed. There was a particular situation where I proceeded to tell someone how best to spend their time, and they lashed back at me. Who do you think you are? What do you know? I answered quickly, I answered honestly. I said, I know nothing. As a matter of fact, I am an expert of nothing. I know that when you saw someone that you felt compelled to talk to, instead, you said nothing. I know that when you saw someone being victimized and felt so strongly as though you should do something, instead, for some reason, you did nothing. And I know that the worst thing you can do in any situation is nothing. Please, feel free. The word will echo through your mind. If you feel compelled to whisper it, yell it out, however it compels you, please know that I'm comfortable with such. I know that nothing is worse than your conscience pleading and begging you for a better tomorrow. I know that nothing is worse than feeling dead inside when you know you still carry a pulse. I know that regardless of how stringent our laws have become, there is nothing that is being done about man's inhumanity to himself. I know that nothing feels better than doing what you love in the company of those you love, and I know that nothing scares you more than having nothing, being nothing, becoming nothing. And yet, in this country, we are choosing nothing over anything at an alarming rate and expense. Late night dinners. We eat out, take in thousands of calories, and what do we do with them? Nothing. Long weekends, high dollar bar tabs, and how much of our enjoyment can we remember Monday morning? Nothing. Tropical vacations promise you that for hundreds, if not thousands, you can spend days on the sand and be assured that you will do nothing. Billions of dollars spent every year on antidepressants and painkillers so that we can feel nothing. We accumulate these high-dollar cell phone bills from long conversations that consist of talking about nothing. We pay for others to do what we are capable of doing ourselves. We drive on the highway at massive speeds. We shop at one major store instead of several smaller stores so that we can have as much time left in our day for nothing. People who can't walk fantasize about dancing. People who can't see fantasize about traveling the world or painting beautiful works of art. People who can't hear fantasize about listening to beautiful music or exchanging in meaningful words. But do you know what people who can see, can hear, can walk? Do you know what we fantasize about doing? Nothing. It has become a staple of our American culture to get to a point in your life as early, as young, and as wealthy as possible so you can spend the rest of your life doing nothing. There was a time when they were burning books to keep us from reading, and now the libraries are empty. Many of them are closing. There was a time where you would have to wait weeks, if not maybe days, for a beautiful handwritten letter, and now we text message. There was a time where you had to literally fight for your right to vote, and now the biggest budget of any candidate is getting us just to show up to the ballot. You see, we have the freedom to do anything, and we choose to do nothing. Do you know the difference between the life expectancy of a 67-year-old man diagnosed with terminal cancer and the life expectancy of a 23-year-old triathlon athlete? Nothing. They could both go at any moment. What's disturbing to me, I looked up a few statistics. There are more suicides every year than homicides. For every 2 people that are killed from someone else, 3 people have chosen to kill themselves, and those are just the people who succeeded. Multiply that by 20, and that is the amount of attempts every year. More disturbing, suicide and depression are the highest in the most developed countries. Countries like the United States, Canada, Japan. Wrap your head around that for a moment and think about what that means. That means the people who literally have everything are the most likely to feel as though they have nothing. Perhaps because most of us live for the same reasons we die. For nothing. And I'm concerned because, see, if you believe in nothing, there will be nothing to catch you when you fall for everything. And I wonder, I truly wonder, how long can we continue to do nothing before there is nothing? How long can each one of us aspire for nothing from ourselves before we inevitably become nothing? You see, the trick is, nothing isn't that bad. Nothing can work beautifully for you if you just know how to use nothing. See, if you claim to be nothing, within that moment, you are allowing the possibility to be anything. And if you claim to know nothing, then the book that is your life still has empty pages to be written by all of this world's knowledge and wisdom. Nothing can work so beautifully if you just know how to use it. There are 32 days in the year that the average person anticipates, celebrates, and actively participates in. Just 32. Most of them can print it on your calendar for convenience, should you forget. And what happens to the other 333 days of the year? Nothing. I won't presume to know how you spent last week. I won't even assume to know how you spent last night. I'm here tonight because I truly believe that in some way these words can influence the way you spend tomorrow. And I hope to help you by giving you some beautiful, simple pieces of advice. You are not the accumulation of your yesterdays. You are the living potential of your tomorrows. You are everything you never said you couldn't be. You are everything you never said you couldn't be. Yesterday has nothing to do with tomorrow unless you choose for it to. To be honest, when I look out, I don't see 26 people. It's not me being poetic, not me being exaggerative. This is very literal. When I look out, I don't see 26 people. I see thousands. I see your friends, your family members, your coworkers, your classmates. These are all the people who would notice a dramatic change in you tomorrow because of what you heard tonight. And when they ask, which they will, what did it take to cause this amazing change in who you are? What did they say? You can honestly tell them nothing. As I return the lectern to our Toastmaster, I challenge you. Instead of clapping, take those 2 hands and do something amazing with them. Fix something. Build something. Take those hands and the arms they're connected to and embrace someone. Take that thumb and the cell phone you love so much and call the friend you haven't spoken to for months, maybe even years. You've been waiting for an excuse. Well, here it is. Take those 2 hands and do something amazing with them. And I would be flattered if, as I return control of the lectern to the Toastmaster, if I walked away and heard nothing. Because it means that you're taking this moment, however short it is, to think about everything. Your silence is your applause. Thank you.